Nobody's listening, right?
Hi, Andy.
Hello.
Is anybody listening?
I literally,
Not really.
I literally forgot to even look that part up for the show.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Let's skip it then. I know that there were some reviews, and we very much appreciate. I mean, every single one gets seen by our eyeballs, and let me tell you, we needed the boost this past week. We needed it. So thank you.
You don't understand though. I have to do one because otherwise, like, I'm gonna go out of my mind. It's like an itch that I can't scratch.
It's a routine we have.
We're in a fog for good reason. Let's see here. Okay, you want to know something? Somebody's listening.
Great.
This one was from the old Spotify and said, this is great.
Okay.
This is great.
I'll pay you $2 if you can do the whole thing.
A lot of people were listening. Okay, I saw this on the Instagram. I saw this on the Spotify. This one comes from Bridget B. Red and blue make purple, not green. Yellow and blue make green.
Yeah, we're such idiots. Because I said it, and you were like, uh-huh. I knew that, but...
In the moment, did you know it?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No. Also, I heard from someone who works in the medical field.
Oh, nice.
We heard from, I should say. I think it was into our Nobody's Listening. Lots of... You know what this podcast has become?
What?
Us just putting dumb stuff out there and like question marks about things, and our incredibly smart listeners giving us insight into health issues and how to live life. And it's really great for us. Okay, this is from a doctor of physical therapy. Yes. Okay, number one. Yes, I should have gone to the ER with the symptoms and history of my father. So that's reassuring. Mm-hmm. This is from last week when I went to the ER with chest pains. 2, everything I described is a common situation in all ERs. 3, you are charged for ambulances. It's $10K. Thank God I didn't use an ambulance for that.
Oh, that's not true. I saw that comment too, and so I had to do some research.
Yeah.
It depends on your insurance, how much it covers. Some insurances cover a lot of it, and then there are some policies that don't cover everything. But the blanket statement that everyone pays $10K is not right.
Okay. By the way, this doctor said people are charged for ambulances. I inserted the $10K from another comment.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so I don't want to disparage her.
No.
5, now this is where I'm like, holy shit, these people know their shit. Your problem is likely a cervical herniated disc. That's exactly what was going on. That's exactly it. The nerve thing, all of it. It makes so much sense. And having had nerve stuff from my lower herniated disc, it all tracks.
Yeah.
Now, as is the case with 90% of herniated disc issues, it's now gone away. You could see a good PT. The reason for multiple blood draws while I was there is your troponin levels in blood change over time after a heart attack, so they needed to check that. Great to know.
Huh.
And number 9, I am on Instagram at 6:12 a.m.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Susie. So, yes, and I got the colors wrong. And please keep us accountable.
I do love that it is funny, you on accident saying 2 different colors make the wrong color when we were talking about an Irish trash can drink. But it is funny what really does pop out at people. And we had a lot of people shout about that. And that tickles me because I can relate to that. Like, it's just weird little things sometimes really catch people's ears.
Huge ignorant statements made with such a confidence that we just roll right past lost it.
It's funny. I want to give a big thank you to AG1 for supporting our show. If you want to take ownership of your health, try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. How do you do that? You go to drinkag1.com/NLR. That's drinkag1.com/NLR.
Amazing. Also, I wanted to say thank you to all of our patrons. We had a huge turnout for our holiday happy hour, which was so much fun. 2 of our patrons got free merch sent to them. And
there were 2 pelvic floor specialists in the chat.
What
One was
are the chances?
We're in a haze. We'll get to why we're in a haze, but 2 specialists, let's just say.
Incredible.
What are the chances?
I just am always blown away by like who we have out there.
I love it.
So if you want to support us and join us for our next happy hour, it's at patreon.com/nobody's listening right. And you get a bonus episode every month. And we appreciate every single one of our patrons so much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to it.
Yeah.
We got the COVID.
Yeah.
It finally felled us. We were in there for
what us?
Felled.
Is
I've
that
been
a word?
using this. Yeah, like you fell trees. Trees have been felled.
No.
Nothing?
No.
Well,
do you make it up or is this a thing?
Now I'm doubting everything. I don't know if I made it up, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. It's kind of an old-timey word. So you wouldn't know it.
All right, we both have COVID.
We are in, this is going to be such a weird episode because both of our brains are at half-mast, at least, if that. What's happened is our son got COVID at school, brought it home. Then Andy got it, then I got it. And amazingly, our daughter hasn't, but
She had COVID this summer.
But also, like, it's kind of annoying. Part of me is like, I wish we had just unmasked from the gate. We've all been wearing masks around her, and now we're like committed to masking. And it would have been nice to just get all of the sickness, if it's going to happen, over with at the same time. But now, you know, we're still masking around her, and it's pretty fucking annoying, but worth it to keep her safe and healthy.
Yeah, she doesn't like getting COVID. She didn't like it this summer.
No.
Don't think she'd like it again. And you and I got hammered.
Well, you got hammered in a way. I haven't seen you that sick in at least a decade. I mean, it was a wild experience to see you coming into the room and you were just like lifeless.
It was the lowest I've felt in a while. Can I tell you, I wrote down a couple things of how low I felt.
Oh, you wrote down things?
That I wanted to share with you.
Yes, please.
Because the first 2 days for me, fever, super achy, just hating life, basically couldn't get out of bed. Then the 3rd day, I felt like a little better and was like, oh, okay, I got through the worst of it. And then that night, I woke up in the middle of the night, fever totally back, aches back, and then plus I had a sore throat and a cough. And I was like, what? I thought I'd turned the corner. And I get it. And I felt very low.
Yeah.
Very, very low.
Yeah.
And at one point in time that night, I didn't say this to you because I knew how much it would freak you out. All I wanted was Ruby.
Oh my God.
I remember just thinking, I want Ruby. Like I wanted to snuggle up with our old dead dog.
That's before death.
Before death.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But I realized
she was there with you.
Wouldn't that have probably freaked you out in the middle of the night if I was like, I want Ruby?
Well, no, actually. I think I would have thought it's really, really sweet, and I get it. And a lot of people say, I want my mommy, you know, they're sick and you wanted Ruby.
I wanted our annoying, feisty old gal.
She was, you know what? She was annoying, but for a large swath of her life, she was such a good snuggler. I mean, her whole life, she was a good cuddle bug. Damn if she wasn't cute. Yeah. I really miss kissing the little face.
Yeah.
I miss her too a lot. But I just listened to I'm going to talk about this a lot because it just overtook my brain. Alie Ward on Ologies, her podcast, which is so great, well done, did an episode on near-death experiences, which, as you know, is like my bread and butter. And it's pretty much why I started the One Sure Thing. Now, her doing this episode, I was like, this is kind of what I hoped the One Sure Thing would be, but my own version of that.
Okay.
But she did it so well. I was like, it's already been done. But in this, she interviews Bruce Greyson, who I'm a big fan of his work. He's one of the only doctoral scientists, like emeritus, all that stuff, who is scientifically studying near-death experiences, and at first was laughed out of every medical conference.
He's a quack.
No.
But I'm saying that's what...
that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Yes, now he's taken very, very seriously. And...
I just like when people call people a quack. I don't know why.
Well, some people are quacks.
But it's so offensive. Like it's such a dismissive way to call like a doctor not a real doctor.
It is, yeah.
I wonder what the origins are. Whatever.
But I highly recommend everyone go listen to this. It's such a great interview. Allie's incredible. But in it, he talks about pets, and that there have been, like, it's very hard to study because pets obviously can't
talk.
But dogs and pets who have had very harrowing near-death experiences are different from near-death events. So a near-death event would be a dog getting hit by a car and its heart stopping for a second, and then, whatever. Or a person, their heart stopping and then being revived. A near-death experience is the kind of journey that one goes on, potentially to another realm. We don't know. But people who have these across the board have, by and large, very similar kind of touchstones in these experiences.
Sure.
And almost always return from this changed.
Okay.
And a huge thing that changes is people's personalities. They come back and, by and large, now about 10% of near-death experiences might be bad experiences. Even the people who have bad experiences come back and no longer fear death in the same way because
they know they're going to hell?
No, because they think they've been given a second chance to do better, to be a better person.
Oh, jeez.
And if they do that and everyone comes back thinking, look, we're all one. We're all the same. It's all about the golden rule. Treat people how you want to be treated. People in violent professions like cops and military people often have to leave their profession because they could never hurt another person. Really interesting. But pets...
when they're interviewed about this...
I love that I'm just regurgitating someone else's podcast on my podcast. Bruce Greyson, MD, said that pets often, now they can't interview them, but their personalities change after having a near-death event.
Oh.
Now it's
but that's all from accounts of people describing the pets afterwards, probably.
Yeah. I'm guessing.
Okay.
And then people often report seeing deceased pets in the nearr-death experiences.
Okay, yeah.
So it does make me think that pets kind of have the same general thing going on, that whatever it is.
Okay.
Oh, the other thing Alie said that I'm really carrying with me today, she did some mushrooms, and she said that the experience, and it was all medically supervised as doing mushrooms could be, the experience, what it revealed to her was that anxiety is the biggest waste of human energy, and that fear is a brain killer. I love that. Two great things.
Speaking of doing better, my other really low COVID moment was when I drowned a cricket with piss on purpose.
No. Andy. Andy Rosen.
I know.
Andrew Robert.
I feel really dark about this.
Christ. You should.
Do you think I'll get a chance to do better?
I think you gotta start saving some crickets.
It was messed up because we have
first of all, was it a baby?
I know.
Was it little?
It was medium.
And did you put it in the toilet or was it there?
No, it was in the toilet.
Okay.
We have a tricky relationship with crickets. Our listeners have probably heard the goddamn cricket that's been living in the wall of the studio for the last whoever knows how long. And
Are we on like a cricket mound or something? Like, or is that a common thing around here? Or, I don't know. There are crickets fucking everywhere.
Yeah. But so.
And I save them all with the handy tool that's on our Amazon shopping list.
Oh,
it's
nice.
Really cool. But it would be hard to save one in a toilet.
Right. And so, listen, I feel horrible. I have COVID. I'm sick of having COVID. I go in the toilet. What am I going to do? I have to piss.
Is it swimming?
Yeah, it's in there. He's moving around. It's in the water. Am I going to... This is what I should have done. I should have flushed, then pissed.
Absolutely.
But the monster in me took
what
over.
The fuck?
And I just...
You watched it suffer in your piss? Gross. Like, something's really wrong with that. Oh my God.
Okay. Follow-up question.
Okay.
Are you more or less attracted to me?
Oh, that's so interesting. Like your moral
And
standing.
it was also like, what is life? I'm pissing on a cricket.
Yeah.
Is that bad? Or is it like, is this what was supposed to happen to this cricket? It was already in the toilet. What? I probably made the wrong call, but did I?
Yes. Because
it's not psychopathic, is it?
No, but it's a little
adjacent.
I'm gonna chalk it up to you just being tired and out of it and not thinking clearly, and also just like I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I deliberately I had choices to make. I pissed on.
And were you aiming for it?
No.
Okay, well that's a huge. That makes a big difference.
Guess what? It makes like no difference, but it does.
No, it does.
It doesn't. It doesn't though. You know what I mean? We're grasping at straws, being like that. Okay. You didn't aim at it.
Were you sitting down or standing?
I was standing.
Okay. Well, if you weren't playing a video game of like aiming at it and watching it suffer, did you get any joy in it?
No, this was a dark moment.
Okay, great. Good. That's good.
All right, let's talk about our partner, AG1.
Love it.
I am about 2 months in drinking AG1 and loving it. The New Year's about to happen. That's a time where we all do our New Year's resolutions. And that's the time where I buy my new vitamins and all this stuff that just sits on the shelf for another year.
Yeah.
Not this year.
Nope.
Because I don't need all that stuff.
That's right.
I was tired of taking all these supplements and wanted a single solution that supports my entire body.
What a glorious body it is.
And that's what I'm getting with AG1. I wanted better gut health, a boost in energy, immune system support. What else? Vitamins, the zinc, the vitamin C, all of that stuff. And it's all in one little packet that I throw into my water or one scoop.
That's right.
I do it every morning before I take the kids to school.
Nice.
So shout out to AG1. We appreciate you supporting our show and supporting this body of mine. AG1 is a supplement I trust to provide the support my body needs, and that's why we're excited to welcome them as a partner. If you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/NLR. That's drinkag1.com/NLR. Check it out.
Okay. Oh boy. What was the third thing? I'm scared.
The third COVID thing was just a quick thing on food. Our like get ready for COVID food was really misguided. Our son got COVID on his birthday.
I know.
Such a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
But due to his birthday, he had, we made some food choices. Some were in his honor. But leading up to when I then tested positive for COVID, my meals were Mr. Beast Burger,
Oh, God.
Domino's Pizza, than McDonald's. An adult Happy Meal Big Mac Happy Meal to boot.
Ew.
Those were my meals leading up, and I feel like that's why I paid an extra price for the COVID.
Yeah.
And also, apple juice disgusts me now.
Yes, that's interesting. Well, I think it's just, kind of a life lesson to not just order crap food all in a row ever.
Yeah.
So anyway, speaking of food, I've lost my taste and it's coming and going. When it comes back, it's like 10%.
Yeah, that must suck.
It's driving me crazy, and it's really interesting because it's like kind of tickling, not to worry you or anything, but like an eating disorder feeling in my brain. Because I realized that back when I had binge eating disorder.
I feel like I'm doing the thing that you do. I'm smiling at you right now, which is wildly inappropriate.
It is.
I can't. I don't know why. Because you... Go on.
Okay. Hang on. Okay. You stop smiling.
Yeah.
Try.
You stop looking so cute. You're smiling too.
Okay.
Okay.
I had binge eating disorder. Oh my God, no. This is staying in.
Okay.
In my 20s, I had binge eating disorder, and I basically the sensation was it was like an itch that could never be scratched. So I was constantly on the hunt for the food or whatever it was that would take this kind of like hunger sensation away, but it wasn't true hunger. It was like an emotional hunger.
Yeah. I understand. I think I understand. Yeah.
And of course it never would.
Right.
And so this is like, I can't fucking taste the food. Now I can taste sensations of like, this is salty. This is like acidic or something.
Yeah.
But no flavor. And it's making me want to eat everything because it's like my brain is on the hunt for flavor. And it's even though I know it's not going to happen, I'm like, well, maybe this is a thing that will unlock my ability to taste.
Right.
And so I'm like wanting it all. And it feels like, for example, last night I made my famous nachos. And
they're famous now? Oh, yeah, they are famous.
I think that clip got 13,000 views or something. Nothing to sniff at.
No, it's like 800,000 views.
The nachos?
Yeah, on TikTok, I think.
Oh.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Wow. Okay. Well, then I feel
Maybe
very
I'm
confident.
wrong. Maybe it's like 100,000 views.
Okay. Well, anyway, I ate too many of them, and I know that because I felt sickeningly full afterwards.
Uh-huh.
But it was because it was like the crunch and the creamy and all of the stuff, and I was just so desperate to taste the nachos that it was like, maybe this bite. And so it's a little bit triggering in a weird way to not have my taste at all. And it's sad going into Christmas. It's like everything
It is very
I
sad.
want.
I'm sorry that it's triggering. I think the weird silver lining is at least you're eating and nourishing your body in a time where I would imagine some people lose their taste and are just so frustrated. Like, I can't fucking taste this thing. What's the fucking point? At least you're like giving yourself body energy and whatnot.
That's true.
You know?
That's a good way of looking at it.
I don't know, but that sucks.
It sucks. But hopefully it's been like, I'll see a hint of it. My test has been peanut butter. So I'll smell peanut butter.
Uh-huh.
And I see you doing the math, and you're like, are you opening the peanut butter jar and putting your nose up to it?
Are you? That wasn't what I was doing.
Oh, I thought you were. The answer is yes. So we probably shouldn't give Teddy that peanut butter.
Okay.
I'm just not.
Wait, so you just keep walking to the peanut butter jar?
Yeah, and smelling it.
Okay.
Because sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, I think, or not, I think like there's a hint of it. And then other times there's nothing.
I mean, this is like the hackiest joke ever. But if you were ever to try to eat my butt, now would be the time.
Yeah.
We are a generation.
You have nothing to worry about.
We are a generation that has totally missed out on butt eating.
Totally. It was not on the menu, and now It's right there.
You
it's
had to be
appetizer.
If you are of our age.
I must think it's come and went.
No. I think
Is it still very much out there?
I think the like 20-year-olds are eating butt left and right. And we missed it. Our generation missed it. You had to be a real scumbag to eat butt when you were in your 20s, when you were our age.
That's so true. Like, and now it's happening on like first dates and stuff.
Yeah.
That would be outrageous.
And hey, I'm curious. You know?
Are you?
Well,
Of what? Receiving it.
Yes. Yeah.
I would never want that.
To receive it?
No, yeah.
Okay.
And, or to do it. But you're right. If there were ever a time, it's right now. Oh my God, that's so funny. Okay, speaking of sex, my hips have been, during this COVID bout, driving me crazy at night. Like, I didn't sleep last night.
We gotta quit with the sex. It's been too much.
Yeah, but it made me think about, and you've been making fun of me because I've basically been wearing my mouth guard that I sleep in, my tooth guard. What's that called? Mouth guard?
Yeah, mouth guard.
Day and night, because you never know when a nap's going to take on itself. And so, and I wear that because my jaws clench and grind and I've cracked 2 teeth and it's...
Oh, is that why you wear a mouth guard?
You're such a dick. Oh my God. I love it. But do you know the link between jaws and hips?
Whoa. No. This seems like a Shakira song in the making, maybe. What?
Okay. Your jaws, at least for me and for many women.
Is there a sex link here too?
Yes.
Okay.
Your jaws and hips are totally linked. If you have like clenched jaws the way I do, that's where my natural thing goes. Anytime I have stress or anxiety, a waste of energy, my jaw clenches. I mean, all throughout the day, I'm like noticing and going like unclench, and I'm massaging my jaw and stuff. Right now, it's really tight. And my hips have been aching like crazy. And I feel like it's all linked. My jaws and hips are all locked up or something.
Okay.
But it made me think about in childbirth, that's a big thing, is to vocalize. I'm going to do a vocalization and everyone.
How's that?
It's so horrible. I haven't done that in years. 8 years. Anyway, so, but it's like relax your jaw. That's where I learned. Now, sex.
Yeah.
There are 2 types of sex turn-ons in our male-centered society. Not that this is always the case, but one version is that you kind of get horny and you go and seek sex out, which is like usually what happens to you.
Okay.
So you're coming at me like I have this desire and, want my butt eaten or whatever.
What?
You saying I want my butt eaten or whatever.
I'm saying now's an opportunity.
I know.
I do want my butt eaten.
I know.
No, I don't.
I don't think you do.
I don't think I do.
Can I tell you something? Even if the smell isn't a factor right now, like, I don't want to get to know your butt like that. Like,
okay, get to your point.
Okay.
I have a very great, nice butt.
So, I'm talking about your anus.
Go, yes.
Okay, so...
Do you think there's people out there that think eating butt is licking the cheeks?
Biting off. Okay. The other type of sexual stimulate or turn on is the kind that like happens, it's happening to you on purpose. So that's usually the case for me, where I'm like, you're usually initiating and you'll be like, you just play tennis or whatever, you're horny, we've established, and you come in and you're like, wanting to have sex. And I'm like, I wasn't really in that place, but yes, it's nice to connect with you. I always have fun and enjoy it. And then we get started and then I get turned on.
Okay.
both are valid. Now, our patriarchal society, of course, puts way more backing and validity into the I'm horny first and then having sex. Like, that's the right way to be and have sex.
Okay.
But the kind of getting there on purpose is a very valid way of experiencing your sexuality.
Okay.
And being turned on.
Okay.
Now, I've realized a huge part of me getting turned on, I cannot get turned on if my mouth is closed.
Interesting.
Are you right now going, are we editing this? This is so weird.
No.
I just have to be relaxed. But I consciously think, open up that jaw.
What?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you're always like, ah.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
When did you have this revelation? When did you have this revelation?
Probably, I mean, it stayed with me. I learned about the link between jaws and hips when I was preparing to give birth.
When did you make the sex link that you can't get turned on with your mouth closed? And what do you mean with your mouth closed?
Probably in the last few years. Yeah, I need my jaw to relax.
Interesting.
To open for business, basically.
Interesting. Okay. Wow.
Is that dumb for me to share? And is that way too personal? I'm asking you really. Is that stupid?
No. I don't think so.
I don't even know why I just shared that.
No one knows.
Wait, I had a point.
Your hips have been hurting during COVID a lot.
I guess I just went on kind of a tangent.
But you made a connection between that.
Okay.
Those leaps.
At what age does the depression, in your mind, I don't remember depression being part of illness until somewhat recently in my life.
Oh, no. For me, I feel like, I don't know about being in elementary, middle school, but I think even high school and college, sickness, I get the doom sometimes.
And feeling low self-esteem.
Yeah, just, yeah.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't remember, but I feel like it's a new experience for me. I think I just allowed myself to be sick back in the day, and now it's like your self-esteem goes into the toilet. Next thing you know, you're pissing on a cricket.
Yeah,
you don't even know who you are anymore.
You had a bunch of good work stuff happen, and then one day you went doom
well, it's
about it all, and I was
that
I didn't understand the doom at all.
I still see it that way. I want to, and we can't be specific, obviously, but it's so interesting how our perspectives are different, and maybe it's just me being thrown back into, thank God, being able to pitch things and write things and whatever.
Yeah.
But I have felt like there's been a lot of, and it's not actual rejection, but just passing and no's and stuff like that on my shit lately.
Mm-hmm.
Or things taking a track that is new and scary to me or whatever. And your view is oh my gosh, things are really cooking now for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm not in your mindset. I'm just feeling a little defeated career-wise right now, which is so dumb.
I think one is maybe just getting back into the swing of things and the reality of dealing with that rejection and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then also I think part of it's just being sick, because I think there was one day in particular where I feel like you got some pretty awesome news.
Yeah.
And then the next day you were not in it, where I was man, we need to celebrate this more once we're not sick, sort of, was the vibe I was in.
See, still I'm it's not a celebration thing yet.
Sure.
But yes, I guess that speaks to the mindset. And it'll be interesting if in a week or two, my views on it all are completely different. My 2024 kind of one goal of mine is to be much more go with the flow, trust the universe's process for me. I mean, that doesn't mean to sit back on my laurels, like keep doing the work. I never will not do that. I don't think like I'm always have ideas and want to get stuff going.
Yeah.
But just to be, because the process in this business is never a straight line. Ever. I mean, if that happens, it's like, God bless ya. I know it happens for other people. It just has not been the case for me. And meaning that on every step of the way, it's just like, yes, sure. I don't think that happens for anyone, honestly.
No.
But so being less rigid in that expectation of how things are going to go and accepting that like however it goes is however it is meant to go. All my job is to do the creative work and put it out there. I have an amazing team. I trust everyone I'm working with. Like, they are doing their jobs very well. So all I can do is do the stuff, put it out there, and then let go of whatever come what may, I believe is the term. Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's my...
Okay, I had a funny moment happen with our daughter. Mm-hmm. We've been watching a lot of skate videos together lately. Yeah. And sometimes I have to be careful with some of those because sometimes there's some foul language and whatnot in them. But usually, you know, just some fucks and shits and nothing
Your average run of the mill.
Yeah, and a lot of times in the context of falling and whatnot.
Sure.
It's fine. We've been watching, there's a series of videos called Do a Kickflip. Mm-hmm. That started with this pro skater, Eric Costin, drives around LA and just yells at people on skateboards.
Oh, yeah.
Do a kickflip, and if they do, he gives them like a board and stuff. And it's become a bit of a phenomenon, so people know about it. And anyways, it's turned into a thing that now some celebrities will do these videos with him or sometimes by themselves. And so there's like a Jack Black episode where Jack Black's driving around yelling at kids
I'd love
to do
to be the
kickflip.
one to get Jack Black.
And I think there was an especially large amount of cussing in that episode. Mm-hmm. And Teddy said, you know, instead of saying the F word, mm-hmm. you can say fudge. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah. And she's like, you know, I told that to Mom the other day. Mm-hmm. And I said, I don't know why I said this, but I said, I bet you did because she's always dropping those F-bombs.
Why did you say that?
Because
now the story is that I drop F-bombs.
But because she was telling you.
Okay.
But I don't know why. I just thought it was like a funny thing to say.
Do you think that of me?
No.
Because I have recently said a couple in front of our son that he's called out.
And she says, yeah, I know what you mean. Ever since you guys started doing the podcast again.
What?
Like, you've been cussing a lot since we started podcasting again.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Yeah.
Have I? I don't know. Think so.
But isn't that funny that she equates us doing the podcast
funny.
With
like
cussing.
Mom's now become this cussy McGee.
Yeah.
I did say a few big F-bombs in front of Otis this past week during COVID.
Yeah.
One I said, what a fucking asshole about someone. And you said language, and Otis was like, I'm right here. What was that?
I don't
know. Anyway, that's funny. Well, it's interesting. Of all the things, if I'm thought of as the mom who swears and has a podcast, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I think you're okay, but maybe
I'm not swearing in a like aggressive way towards the kids or anything.
No, and again, even watching these videos, I had the conversation again with Teddy of like, there's no F-bombs being dropped in any of these that are malicious or anything like that.
Yeah.
Which I think is driving the point home kind of more clearly.
Yeah.
Of like,
I'm just someone who fucking swears, you know? That's
fucking
just
deal
who
with
I
it.
fucking am. It reminds me of Otis, to quote Otis recently, because it's just like, I am who I am, you know? Take me or leave me. He said, I'm just a messy guy living a messy life.
Damn,
I love
that's on point.
It is on point.
I want to be just a messy guy living a messy life. I piss on crickets sometimes. What can I say?
I'm just a guy who pisses on crickets.
Living a... Damn.
I wanted to bring up something. We continue to learn about each other, which is amazing. And also, I'd say
Boy, do we. Jaw hips over there.
Cricket piss over there.
I'm going to start giving you a spatula to bite on next time we're in the bedroom.
Biting on a spatula would have the opposite effect.
Oh.
I could never do BDSM because generally they have like ball gags.
And that would be stressing the mouth.
Yes. That's putting tension in the jaw. I need loosey-goosey.
Loosey-goosey.
Okay, so anyway, something you said to me recently that I learned about you, but also I was like, I don't know. It was very funny the way you said it. And I don't even remember the context.
Oh.
We were watching something. Schitt's Creek. We're rewatching Schitt's. Love it. It's like comfort food right now. And you said, "Did you know I can't beer bong?"
Oh, yeah.
And no, I didn't know that, first of all. And I would have expected that you're like the king of, well, it's tough because you were a little shithead punk party kid.
Yeah.
But I guess beer bonging and stuff is more of a frat guy kind of, I don't know. So I don't really actually put you in that category. But explain why.
Well, I can't shotgun. I can't beer bong. I can't open my throat in the necessary way to do that.
It's probably because your tongue is so big.
Maybe.
I think you have a huge tongue. I mean, you can touch your nose.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it's big. Just
it's
in
big.
general inside.
It takes up a lot of space in your mouth.
Yeah.
So, interesting.
Yeah. So I just can't do it. I gag instantly.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Did that hinder your social standing?
No. I partied hard in other ways. But I wish I could have done it? Yeah.
No.
I missed out on some fun.
It's so dumb, the things we do. When was the first time you got drunk?
Oh, I remember the first freshman year of high school. Yeah.
So you were
14 or 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I would have been 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. 50. I turned 15 in April.
So you were 15 as a freshman.
The second half of the year in the spring.
16, 17. So you graduated when you were 19? 18.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny because I graduated college when I was 20. It's just something to think about. Just doing some math. Okay, so tell me about it.
I wasn't able to relax my jaw. And I just can't do it. I wish I could.
No. The first time you got drunk.
Oh, yeah.
That you remember very clearly.
I remember it was with some kids from my class, and we were spending the night at one of their houses.
One of your teachers' houses?
You know who you are, you freak. You're in prison. God. So dark. Yeah, and I just remember, I feel like we were out walking the streets of this neighborhood.
In Sun Valley.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I don't remember much except just being like, oh, shit.
So did you like raid a parent's stash or did someone's older brother?
It wasn't an older brother. I feel like just one of these kids, and I don't know why I don't want to out them right now, but that they
That's so funny.
That they had procured it. I will tell you this.
With like a fake ID?
No, that probably just like stole it from their parents or something like
okay.
that. More memorable to me was the first time I got stoned.
Oh,
which
interesting.
Was also freshman year.
Okay.
And it was with my buddy Dharma and this other girl that was in my class who, like, to this day is still kind of this like mystery because she like then went to boarding school or something. Mm-hmm. And then so like every time I would see her, I guess it was maybe she was just home from boarding school, but she just had this like
mysterious
mystique.
Yeah.
And especially because she was the first person I got stoned with. But Dharma lived like near the river, and we walked down to the river and we smoked weed.
Had he gotten it?
they had it somehow, the two of them. I don't remember if he had gotten it or if she had it.
Okay.
They had both done it before. I had never done it.
Okay.
But I remember that we were down by the river. And we were then doing some sort of like hitting our knees, like making noise, music, kind of like percussion stuff. Yeah, like really stony. And I can remember all of a sudden the overwhelming feeling of like, oh my God.
It's taking hold.
I'm like, no, not it's taking hold. The like all of a sudden switching a slide into like a whole new world and like, oh my God, I'm totally stoned.
And loving this?
Liking it, but also being scared of like, holy shit, this really is a whole different thing.
It's weird to feel out of control. It's interesting that people use that to feel in control, but they're out of control.
How do you think people use it to feel in control?
I think that people use substances, whether it's alcohol or drugs or whatever,
to escape.
Well, yeah, they do. It's a control mechanism. It's a escape hatch, right?
Yes.
For whatever. So it makes them feel like they're in control. But really, it's putting you into out of control.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I never thought of it as people. I always saw a lot of people escaping from it, but I never thought of the control aspect for it.
Well, it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well,
to me and me only.
But yeah, that was a really crazy thing of like, oh my God, now this is what being stoned is like.
Yes.
Where being drunk is less jarring for some reason.
Yeah. Well, so this is a good reason why I'm like, I want to start serving our kids alcohol when they're teenagers in the sense of like, here's a half glass of wine with Thanksgiving dinner and teaching them about like alcohol amounts and them seeing, I mean, we already talk about in front of them, like mommy can't have really more than 2 drinks or, you know, they know what drunk means and things like that. Because the first time I got drunk, now my only experience with alcohol was that my dad drank every single night and it was like he'd come home from work. Now, I've talked about this openly. He was a functional alcoholic, and feel confident saying. He would come home from work and have Canadian whiskey on ice and probably have like, I don't know, but that drink was there. Mm-hmm. Probably 3.
Sure.
You know, hearing the clink of the ice cubes, it was just like part of the ritual of him coming home. And
followed by your mom's jaw relaxing exercises you would overhear.
Fuck you. Huh. My deceased mother, you're going to disparage her like that?
I'm not disparaging her. Am I? No.
Are you saying she was getting ready to have sex?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I guess that's not disparaging. I just don't love to think about her in those terms, but sometimes I do. Yeah. Not like that. Don't make that face. Don't turn this on me. You're turning on this on me. Okay. I don't know how good their sex life was.
Definitely can't ask them.
Definitely can't. But I know they loved each other when she died. And then he died. So, maybe because he loved her so much. Okay, so. Okay, hang on. Where am I going? You know, tomorrow's her anniversary.
Oh, no.
That just dawned on me. Okay, I might need to have a crying pause. Hang on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to put that aside and deal with it later. What was I saying? Alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Your dad's alcoholism?
No, I wish someone had taught me about alcohol amounts or... Because all of the media I saw, you know, at age 13, I think I was like just people getting drunk and people, you know, in movies, it's just partying and people getting drunk and just drinking.
Even commercials. We lived through a very wild time on TV of
Bud
like beer commercials and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah.
And I think St. Louis also had a very big alcohol. I mean, not thought. It had a very big alcohol culture.
Sure.
Alcohol was very much part of woven into the fabric of society. So I had my friend over.
Yeah.
We raided my dad's little bar in the basement. We had a like finished carpeted basement.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of bottles of stuff. Like some of it was probably a decade old. I mean, so gross. One of the bottles featured a woman in a Hawaiian skirt. I'm assuming it was like Kahlua or rum of some sort.
Okay.
And coconut shells or something to do, or even her breasts were visible. There was something mildly pornographic, which I found very exciting. And I probably did like 10 shots.
Oh my God.
And so did my friend.
Jesus.
And I remember just getting so sick. Yeah. And thank God, I mean, this is where I'm like, I could have died of alcohol poisoning. Yeah. It's important to guide our kids in these things and not just act like, don't do it and no education.
Yeah.
I remember her and I we had a sloping, very deep sloped backyard. And she and I thought before I got sick that it would, and I got so drunk.
Yeah.
Like I blacked out drunk. But what I do remember is her and I going to the top of our hill and rolling down the grassy hill.
Yeah.
Like on our sides,
Yeah.
Which was like not adding to, anything good, I'm sure. And then just puking my guts out and feeling so horrible. And I think that was the first time, and I didn't get drunk for a very long time after that.
Whoa.
Yucky.
Damn.
I could have killed us both. I was just pouring.
Yeah.
And probably didn't stop until we started to feel the effects. Like,
well, in many ways, that's kind of the beauty of beer and drinking beer in those days is that there's not as much alcohol in it. And then your body at some point makes you start throwing up because you have so much liquid and but yeah, it's like, but that's a great point about hard alcohol. Just not knowing.
Yeah, no idea.
Jeez, that's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, on that note, 'tis the season.
Have a tipple, but take it easy.
Take it easy, but have, loosen up that jaw.
Get under
relax
the mistletoe.
Those hips and get under the mistletoe. Have a tipple.
Smell a jar of peanut butter first. Yep. Like if I ever see a jar of peanut butter on your nightstand, I know my butt is gonna get, tended to.
No, it's gross. I don't want to, so it's not happening. But this was something that our son pointed out was pea nut.
Yeah.
Which we say in slang like nut could mean ejaculate, but he's talking about testicles. He's heard that in school, my nuts.
Oh yeah.
So pea, nut, butt,
Oh yeah.
I thought that was very clever.
He's been saying yeet a lot.
Yeet?
Yeah, which I think one of the meanings is...
Ew, no.
But I then looked it up, and it's taken on another thing where how he's using it is appropriate. But when he first started...
What's the meaning he's using?
I can't remember. But it's like kids are saying
Is it like cool?
I forget.
Okay.
Do you want to look it up and see what does yeet mean?
Mm-hmm. An exclamation of excitement, approval, surprise, or all-around energy. Often as issued when doing a dance move or throwing something. So... I also saw like a Instagram meme type thing, which was no one ever prepared you for the day that your kid starts calling you bruh. Like that's happening a lot too. Okay. Well, happy holidays to everyone. We will be back next week with an episode. Hopefully a little less pissing on crickets and more kind of holiday cheer.
Yeah.
And so yeah, good night.
Good night.